Hi guys, welcome back. So for whatever reason, my videos cut off at like 33 minutes or something like that most times. And so in order to not have to edit, because I'm so fucking lazy, I just like let it go to 33 minutes. I stop and then I go again. Okay, so one thing that I'm getting for a lot of you twin flames is, okay, this fear that, you're going to be announcing to the world that you're in union before you're physically in 3D union, which is how it is. That's how it is. That's how you manifest. You do everything in your visualization first. Just a lot of us care so much about other outside opinions that we don't want to look like that crazy village lady who's just like talking to herself and a ghost next to her and like pretending it's, like someone. So I know that was one of my biggest fears, was like all this time I'd be talking about like my twin flame union, right? Six of Cups, yeah. I'd be talking about him and my journey this far. And people would be like, yeah, but that's so fucking weird. She's just like talking to herself. Precisely. When you realize that you are your twin flame, that's exactly what it is. You are talking to yourself. Because they are you and you are them, and it's fucking adorable. It's so romantic. You could take yourself to all these like little dates and a little picnic and go out into a movie theater, just yourself and your popcorn and your empty chair next to you. And if anybody asks to sit next to you, you say, no, can't you see? I'm taken. Nah, I know what you're thinking. That is some horse shit. It's crazy. It's only crazy until it's done. The devil. And honestly, this shit is not crazy. This shit is real. So I used to fear a lot about talking about this. Yeah. People used to silence me a lot about this because, well, I mean, in society, you don't want to be like having an invisible friend at 34 years old. It's cute when you're 4. It's weird when you're a grown-ass woman, So like one of the things that I struggled with for the longest time was talking about my journey up to this point on my channel. But I've gained so much awareness. Like I know my shit now. Like I know my shit about this journey. I know what I'm doing. And I guess I really want to talk about that with a lot less fear, One of the biggest things I feared was telling him. Well, he would just find out, surprise, by me just like posting a video about him. And he's like, we're no contact, right? So my biggest fear was just him knowing that, not only do I know who we are, but like, I'm manifesting you, which he already knows. I've heard Ace of Swords. I already told that guy. I've been manifesting him for a minute. He's already fully aware. But the point is, I didn't want, for the longest time, I didn't want people to see me as crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to start talking about twin flame union before he's actually here in the 3D. But again, the way that you manifest, guys, is you assume it's already done. You assume it's already here. It is. It is. I am my twin flame. It is already done. I am him. I am her. I am, you know what I mean? It's like once you get to that level of knowing self, who externally can judge me? No one even can sit in my apartment. There's nobody here but a fruit fly. Who the fuck is gonna judge me? Some troll on the internet? Really? Like, come on. What is there? There's nothing to fear. Nothing to fear but fear itself. So, Page of Swords. There, of course, are trolls. Right. But one of my biggest fears was that he would see me. He would see me because I'm pretty sure he watched my channel, which is cute. I think it's adorable. I think it's adorbs. But that was one of my biggest fears, was talking about this, like how much I really wanted it, Chariot. How much I move forward towards twin flame union, even if others have convinced him or convinced me not to. I eat, breathe, sleep twin flames. I do. I love them. I'm a twin flame coach. I talk to divine feminines all the time. What I'd really like are a lot more divine masculines to step up and start understanding this journey. That's what I'd like. But yeah, I think that it was just a big fear that I had, again, because the message I was giving, my false twin flame situation was, he was channeling through me so much. I didn't even know where he began and I ended. So psychically, as an empath, as a channeler, as an open channel, I was like seeing life through my false twin flame's eyes, which isn't great. Very powerless, helpless. I didn't like that. And I didn't realize until last night how much I'd actually been doing that. How cozy that was. Like how cozy it was to have a narcissist around me 24/7. I didn't even know that it was happening. And so again, energetic boundaries are so important because you have to know thyself. It's like, how can you know who you are if you're channeling all the time someone else? And as a psychic, you could be channeling a dead person as well. Like, it doesn't matter. Consciousness is consciousness. So yeah, I'm facing a lot of fears today. In talking about this, talking about both of them, actually. Talking about all of it. I'm facing a lot of fears head on. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, what else is there to do? The world's on fire. Twins need to be coming into union. People need to fucking pull their head out of their ass and talk about this shit. Fearlessly. Right? The Fool. Yeah, look at this. The strength in the Fool. Like, I pray that God gives me strength. Sometimes I pray for the strength of 1,000 warriors. That's what I pray sometimes, my morning prayer. And it might look foolish, but it's the strongest I've ever been. Like, I ask if I give a fuck. I don't care how many people think that I'm crazy. Not anymore. I used to. But I'm not crazy. This is real. And it's like twin flames are about to prove magic is real, that psychic gifts are real, telepathy is real, all of it. You're going to prove it's real because that's how 3D union is going to happen. Hangman. Yeah, I'm getting a portal here. I'm getting the 8/8 portal because I got the strength card here, Leo. Interesting. My neighbor just left, and sometimes, look, there's 3 major arcana on the table. It's like you're getting some sort of clarity that the portal is going to help you get to that solidified reality. It's a solidified reality that you keep speaking about. You keep saying that shit's real. You keep telling people, oh, I love him, or I love her, and we're together, and oh, I'm a millionaire, and oh, I have like 3 kids now, and oh, you keep saying that shit's real. So it's like, let the universe, through the 8/8 portal, the Lion's Gate, let it bring you to that desired reality. Let it close the door on the old shit. Look, this is what I was seeing, Moana. Like, in the movie, I was seeing how there's like apocalyptic bullshit happening in a lot of timelines. And you, because of your psychic gifts, your psychic awareness, and your ability to speak out loud the reality that you want, boldly, confidently, just being like, nah, this is my fucking life, take it or leave it. You now are shifting. It's like you're shifting to a different timeline where you don't have to have any of the apocalyptic bullshit. The Emperor. Bitch, that's the 4th major arcana here. And you're speaking with conviction. Yeah, especially about your divine masculine. Like for me, saying like, I am my masculine. He'll never leave me. If we ever get into union, he will never leave ever, 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 ever in 1,000,000,000,000 gajillion years, ever. Because I am my divine masculine. I am my twin flame. I can't leave. I am my own consciousness. I am that I am. I can't be left. Which before, it would be in and out, in and out. Like you'd come in, we'd talk for a couple days, gone. In, out. But the thing is now, I'm creating the reality before the 3D shows it. I'm creating a solid, reoccurring relationship far before the 3D even presents it to you guys. But I already see it. As a psychic, I already see it in my mind's eye. So there's something here about claiming that you are them, guys. This is what really separates those who understand manifestation and those who don't. Those who live in abundance and those who don't. You can't ever lose them. So why would you ever be afraid to talk? Why would you ever be in the energy of chasing? Why would you ever be in the energy of lack? You can never lose them. People who really get it, you really, 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 really fucking get it, okay? That you are them. You can't lose them then. And there is no fear, and there is no embarrassment, and there is no shame, right? 8 of Cups in reverse, like they could never walk away from you. There it is. That's confirmation. It's crazy. They could never walk away. They can't walk away. You're the creator of your own reality. So again, with me right now being much more bold than I've ever been about my story, 11:11 on the clock, I have just basically seen so much chaos, destruction, and World War III in my dreams for the last couple days that I think you just get to a point where you're like, you know what? Fuck it all to hell. I don't care. I don't care how I'm judged or viewed. I've seen the end of the world. So you get to a point where you're just like, you know what? Nah, fuck it. I'm just going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. 10 of Wands. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, speaking of lack. It has been that way for me for so freaking long. It was like, okay, yeah, he'd show up. But then it'd be like a couple days, and then I'd be ghosted, and then it's like, oh God, is he gonna do this shit again? And then I'd reach out, and he'd be like, hey, how you doing? Okay, so then I'm ghosted again in 2 days. Pisses me off. But that's because of the assumptions that I've made up to this point. That, yeah, he'd come in. Yeah, but then I couldn't actually make it stay, make the relationship last, because I was not claiming my real true sovereignty, my real true power, which again, collective until last night. And now I have this to be able to tell you, High Priestesses. It might be because you're channeling someone at a much lower frequency than you'd like to believe. Especially as a psychic, you might have some deceased loved ones on the other side who are channeling through you, and they're at a different frequency. They're at a different timeline. Could be your ex, still living, who's still channeling through you, and you see life through their eyes. And guess what? That's a lot of sadness. That's a lot of lack. That's a lot of burden. So every time the real one would come in, you would immediately it's like combating. My false twin was always combating my new twin coming in because I was channeling him and I didn't even freaking realize it. So of course, that's going to be kicking you out of nirvana. You're not going to be there for very long. So yeah, anytime my twin and I would talk, it'd be like for a day or two, if I'm lucky, and then it would just immediately kick me out. But through the 7/7 portal, the July 7th portal, oh my God, that one changed the game. That one was insane. Yeah, that one was freaking nuts. That one had my ass in heaven for a whole week. It was so great. I was dreaming of him all the time. We went on dates in the astral plane. It was so nice. It was so nice. It was the most amazing week of my entire life. And I think the 8/8 portal is going to be very much like that. The Lionsgate very soon will be like that as well for you guys. But yeah, Spirit's just kind of got me doing different things right now. Like reading for twins. It's so different reading for twins. When I read for people who really need the help, like they don't even know their psychic gifts yet, their abilities. They don't understand symbolism and dreams and stuff like that. It's so exhausting. Not that I wouldn't be willing to offer help, but I don't read for that collective anymore. I read for Earth Angels now, Temperance, the Sun, yeah. I read for those who know their power. And you know who the fuck you are. And I guess, wanted to share a little bit of my story because, well, why not? Why not? When you've seen the shit that I've seen in the dream world the last couple days, your ass would be out there making videos for 75,000 billion planets too. You would be doing everything you can to save the world from its fucking self. So yeah, I have this newfound energy towards talking about shit that I normally wouldn't have. But it's like you see the destruction of the world. It's like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You know, all you have to do is turn on CNN for 5 minutes and see that, like, there is no hope in man. Look, we all keep trying to find hope in, like, a priest, a savior, in a politician. They're just a man. They're fallible. A man or a woman. Fallible. What we really need to start looking at is us within. It's like, I don't care how many people, you know, think that some guy, some politician's gonna save your ass. Look what they can do to anybody. Look what they can do. We really have to start taking back our power. It's essential. It's crucial. There will be nothing left if we don't. So I guess that's why lately I've been talking about the end of days. I've been talking about Judgment Day and the Day of the Lord and whatever you call it biblically, the apocalypse. Really, it's just the unveiling. Apocalypse is short for apocalypsis in Greek. And it really just means the unveiling, seeing something that, well, you couldn't see before. And I think what that is your power from within. Who you are truly as a creator, as source. But when people see that knowledge, when they see it with their eyeballs, it causes a mass hysteria. If I were to just start manifesting shit out of thin air, left and right, because I know I'm a powerful manifester, people's minds are going to explode. Like, egos will just disintegrate. They have no choice. You have been told up to this point that your saving grace lies in a politician, or lies in some product, or in some company, or in some stock market. But you were fucking lied to. So if people start seeing results of knowing God's self, knowing yourself, and that you create reality, people start seeing that manifest, that's what causes the apocalypse. It's the second coming of Christ. But who is Christ? It's not some guy on a freaking horse in the clouds. Christ is you. Christ consciousness within all of us. As soon as you start taking back your power, owning your shit, right? Getting what you want out of life, consciously creating, is going to show people that you are who you say you are. That is going to cause a lot of people to not really be able to handle it, which is what I believe the apocalypse is. So, it's what causes it anyway. The sun. Yeah, the Son of God. That's so funny. Oh, nothing about, you know, it's nothing about like a guy in the sky who's coming in on a horse and just like, phew, 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 just like fucking putting laser beams into your skull. It's you. It's been you. You are the son of the God, the living God. You are the son of the Most High. You are the son or daughter of God. Like I think that you get to this point where you're like, fuck it. Leroy Jenkins, right on into this shit, because I'm over it. I'm over it like you're over it. You're over the fallen world. You're over a news outlet being able to put on your news feed shit that you don't even like seeing. When typically in a day you only have on your news feed kitten videos and vegan videos, and all of a sudden you see CNN blasting a reality that isn't even yours, that you didn't create. So you are now going to have to show people a different reality, or keep getting cyclically booted back into that old one. Cool, if you want. Your free will. Go do it if you want. I don't like that reality. That reality is horseshit. I don't like the lack mentality in that reality. So I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is. It really is easy. It really is. If we say it's easy. But again, you have to get over the fear. Oh, I went to go pick up the Emperor, and the Empress is on the bottom. Oh my God. You have to get over the fear. For me, it's just, people are going to think like, she's batshit crazy. She's talking about this guy, and he's just like he's an alien, and he's a ghost, and he's not even real, and he's like, where the fuck is he? Oh. Just wait and watch. Okay. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. But really, I've been talking about my journey for 4 years. For 4 years, I've been talking about my twin flame journey. And it wasn't until I met my false twin flame that I stopped doing that, because I had assumed that my real twin wasn't really here in the 3D. Like I assumed that it wasn't gonna work, that it was a joke and I was being lied to by the universe. So I settled. I met my false twin, and then I just got super hella invested in that. And then, okay, that was shit. Lost my money, my health, my looks, I lost everything. I started seeing the world through a really, really bad lens. And just a lot of poverty. And so anyway, these two here, these two cutie patooties. Yeah, see, I prefer this. The Emperor staring holes into the side of her face. That's what I prefer. Because that shit's real. In some reality, that shit's real. And I'm going to tune into it ahead of time and show you guys that shit is real. I've been doing it for 4 years. I'm not going to stop now. I've been making my story known about my false twin flame as well. If you guys have watched my live streams, which I don't do anymore because energetically I was being siphoned. Oh God, every fucking day. I would sit there trying to do live streams for people, like readings for mystics and shamans and stuff. And he wouldn't leave me alone. I was drained of any energy, so I had to stop it. I loved my live streams. That was like my favorite thing ever. But yeah, I can't do that anymore. And it's cool. You know, Spirit will pay my bills some other way. It's cool. Like, I'm not even worried at all. No more. I used to be really freaked, and it took me the longest time to say, like, I don't want to leave my live streams. I don't want to leave, because it was paying my bills. And I'm single, paying rent by myself. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't leave. But, well, I can, and I should, and I have to, because it's not good. It's not conducive. It doesn't work anymore. So, yeah, I left, and I'm so glad I did. I'm never going back. I'm never going back to my false twin. I'm never going back to my live streams. I'm never, ever. My life is so much better since. But yeah, so I've been talking all this time for 4 years about my twin flame journey. And if it wasn't this channel, it was Jenna's Joyous Journey. If you guys watched that one, Twin Separable, I have that channel as well. But yeah, I was talking about my twin, and this journey for a really long time until I met my false twin flame. Then I stopped because I was being punished energetically for talking about him. It was like I would receive so much backlash, so much dark magic and stuff like that, because and for the longest time I assumed it was my twin doing that. I thought it was my real twin flame doing that shit. When I would talk to you guys about the black flies that were sent in, the hordes of flies, the demons that were sent my way, these invisible creatures in my dreams that were sexually harvesting energy from me, I assumed it was my twin. No. No. Now I see it so fucking clearly. It was my false twin flame the whole time. It's somebody that, it doesn't even have to be false twin flame. For a lot of you, it could just be your mom or your dad, whoever is energetically at a low vibration. They're deals with the devil, honey. And what powers do you think they use? They're not using source energy. They're not using the divine energy to send evil out your way. So what do you think is happening exactly? They have to go through some route, some avenue to get you to have your energy drained. Yeah. It was never my twin flame, and now I see that. My twin is a starseed. My twin flame is a starseed, just like I am. We are light. There was so much I had to learn on this journey, and it's just now finally starting to kind of piece together. For the longest time, I thought that he was the one doing that, like all the dark magic, all the black magic. And I complained about it, bitched about it for so fucking long. But I was villainizing the wrong person. That's exactly what a false twin flame union is for. That is exactly what, if you guys have ever looked up alien love bite, it's a thing. It's a thing that real true twins go through. You're met with somebody at a frequency, at a vibrational level that they're not actually your person, but you are convinced for a really long time that they are. And there's a lot of interference from ET that do that on your behalf, sadly. It's not really for your benefit, but you do learn from it. So yeah, anyway, I've been talking about my journey for 4 years, and I'm just now finally ready to talk about it and teach about it and be about it. Like I see it now clearly for what it is. And it was like I was supposed to be blaming my real twin flame. That was the whole point. I was supposed to be making him my enemy. You know, and I mentioned how Hunger Games is my favorite movie. It reminds me of PETA when he was brainwashed by the Capitol, remember? And he was like, he hated Katniss. The only person he hated, he was fine around everyone else. The only person he thought was an enemy and he needed to kill was Katniss. And it's like that. I was programmed to hate my emperor, and he was programmed to hate me. So it's strange, like to see it all now so clearly, in a roundabout magical way. It's just weird. It's weird. But I have talked about my journey for 4 years. I used to be fearless about it. I used to speak about it every day. And then I met, who shall not be named, like Voldemort. I met my false twin, and then it was like game over. And then it was like I never stood a chance. So I've been dealing with that headache for a minute, and yeah. So my journey up to this point has been hellish, fucking hell on earth. Honestly, the worst experience I think anybody would ever experience ever. I hated my life, hated it. And just like today, for the first time I think ever, I woke up and I was truly in my power. And I was saying shit. I was thinking things through that version of me, my higher self. I was thinking things in that desired reality. Thinking from the end result. A lot of us hear that when you're manifesting. You hear, think from the end result. Think from that version of you, right? And I did. I was showering today and I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I get what I want all the time, exactly as I want it. And then I heard a little voice in my head say, but like not everything though. Because what if it comes this way instead? Nope, I get what I want, period. Exactly how I want it. That's it. It was like a complete night and day shift. And again, it was because last night I healed something very deep with my false twin flame. It was like him confessing everything that he had felt for about the 2 years that we were talking. It was about 1.5 years, but I'd seen him in my dreams about 6 months before we actually met. And it was like I got all this energy out of me that was his. And it's like it transmuted. I don't know how to describe what it was. It almost felt like a demon being transmuted going into the light. It felt like possession in a way, like I was possessed. And then it just went into the light. And next thing I know, I'm a bad bitch again. I hadn't remembered that I was a bad bitch. I kept living my life through the veil of, timidness, shyness. Well, I'd like to have that. Wouldn't it be so cool if I could manifest that? Oh, that'd be really sweet. No. Now it's like, I get what the fuck I want. Period. That's it. Period. Why? Because I am God. That's it. So last night something happened and I felt like I had to talk about it, because not only did my vibration raise a lot, but that's actually why I got to see my twin twice in dreams last night. And I also got to work with an angel as well in my dream. So because my vibration keeps raising, I'm going to have more and more of those dreams. You as well, High Priestess, the more you can say goodbye to anybody who's very low frequency in the 3D, remove those cords, say goodbye. The only alternative is ascension. There is no other reality. You are your heart. You are that person. You are you. You are Jesus. You are the Christ. You are it. You are God. When you tune out everything that tells you otherwise, all that's left is you remembering who you were. You were God the entire motherfucking time. You were God the whole time. You just fell asleep because you thought that'd be fun. Let's fall asleep and forget who we are. Fun. Poverty. Fun. Eating lentils for 8 months straight because that's all I could afford. Fun. Woohoo. Yeah, no. It might be high in protein and fiber, but it's really low in self-confidence. So I'm over it. You're over it. I'm done. I'm about to save the motherfucking world because I had dreams of the apocalypse for the last couple nights, and I'd really prefer that the world not go through that. So in order to get the world to pull its head out of its ass, High Priestesses like me and you need to start actually giving a shit, okay? We need to start actually facing our fear head on, dead on, look at it like it really is. It's like this. He's chasing your ass now, honey. You just sit there on the throne as the Empress, and you let them chase you, period. Why? Because you get what you want. I used to have to be all the time the one that would reach out to him first. Oh my God. Because that's what I was assuming. I was assuming that I'd have to be the girl that reaches out all the time. Like, I assumed that that's just the reality. Like, it'll always be me chasing him. It'll always be me reaching out to him. It'll always be me professing all these embarrassing feelings that are never reciprocated. And so now I woke up today and I'm like, I am that bad bitch. I am that bad bitch that already received 30 text messages from him today. I already heard him say at least 15 times how much he loves me today. Period. That already happened. I mean, in some reality it did. And I'm shifting my consciousness to that reality. So again, we need to really start looking at the spiritual warfare as spiritual. It's not it's not a 3D war, really. It's not what you see like that. It's spiritual in nature. Deal with these demons, honey. Clear that shit out like I did last night. I didn't even realize that I was so open as a channel. I was allowing my false twin flame to channel through me every day. Every day he was siphoning energy from me. Every single day. I was seeing my life, my reality through the lens of him, his consciousness, which honestly sucks because he lives a very lack mindset. I don't want to be there anymore, and I'm never going to be there ever again. I am so divinely protected and guided. Honey, I have angels showing up in dreams to come save my ass. Like, bro, who are you? I dare you. I dare you to try it. 33 on the clock. I fucking dare you. But yeah, you get to this point where you see the destruction of the world and you're like, what is there to lose? There literally is nothing to lose. I'm alone. I've been a hermit living in a box, in a 700 square foot box for 2.5 years. I'm divorced. I have no 9 to 5. It's like you get to this point where it's like, what else is there to lose? You have everything to gain. I just think it's a very dangerous reality when an Aries and a High Priestess all mixed into one has nothing to lose. I think it's very, very, very dangerous. So I'm gonna go live my life like I was fucking meant to as a goddess. And anyone else who has a problem with that, you can handle it with the big guy because I don't give a shit. So my false twin flame absolutely fell from grace. My real one never fell at all. He's just absolutely going up and up and up and up. And it was an illusion. It was all an illusion. It was like blaming the wrong person. intentionally. I was shooting my own self in the foot. I kept saying I want twin flame union, kept saying it, but I was always speaking it through the consciousness of someone else. And that's why I talk about energy cord cutting so much, guys. Clearing your energy, cord cutting, like reiki, it's so fucking important, because otherwise you're them. You're not you when you're them. Anyway, I hope that helped. It helped me a lot. It's very therapeutic to talk like this. But I love you guys with all my heart. I hope it helped. Happy Hunger Games. And may the odds be ever in your favor. Bye-bye, guys.